I'm going to YouTube on my phone to see if it's live.
It says it's streaming live.
Oh, does it? Okay, cool.
Yes. All right. Hey, everybody. If you're watching just yet, give me just a minute. I'm not there, so just hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Nope.
I see it live.
Still didn't get it.
I
You do
see
see it on yours?
everybody.
SO is saying that there's that they can't see you, Zach.
He glitches a little bit.
Okay. I think we're.
You did
I
it,
think
Zach.
we're live.
You did it.
Okay.
You did it.
Yeah. Are we good?
Yes. You're good.
Oh dear God. I'm so stressed out, everybody. It's not my thing. Oh God. Okay. So obviously I'm not alone tonight. We do this every Sunday though. It's a little bit different. I do have Linda Easton on here, as well as Jasmine Bass. And that is because we have a really big announcement for you and we're really going to go in depth about it tonight. We tried last week. I was a failure at life. It did not go smoothly. So I contacted Jasmine and Linda and said, hey, please take over. And so they got it all fixed, I think, unless I'm doing something wrong, which is not their fault. But last week we did announce Quail University. We're going to give you a whole lot more information about that tonight. We are officially taking pre-orders starting right now, which is very exciting. And Linda, why don't you go ahead and take it over? This is Linda's brainchild. She came up with this actually at QuailCon. And Jasmine, Linda, and myself have been working on this ever since. And so we're really excited. It's actually going to go live next week, a week from today, right about now, right? Because Linda's going to hit the live button on Quail University when we go live on our YouTube channel. So that's really exciting. We are taking pre-orders now. And Linda, why don't you tell them a little bit more about it?
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. We're really happy to have you here and to be sharing this with you. Quail University is as Zach said, it was an idea we hatched up at QuailCon last year, and it is for you. It is for all of us here in the Quail community. Zach has put out a lot of really good content, but sometimes those videos on YouTube are really, really long and you just want a little piece of information. So we wanted a way for you all to very quickly be able to access the information that you needed to get it quickly and have it be right there for you. So I'm going to talk to, there's two groups of us here today. There's those of you guys who are brand new to quail keeping, and we're really happy to have you here. And then there's those of us who are a little bit more experienced with quail. And I have a special message for you, but I'm going to save it for the second part of my presentation today. So first of all, for you newbies, we have put everything that you could possibly want to know about quail into Quail 101 for you. And what I'm going to do right now is give you a really quick overview of it. I'm going to share my screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Oops, not that. Okay. All right. So when you go to quailuniversity.com, you'll be taken to this page where you can find out about Quail 101. What you're going to see right now, there's a link to pre-order the class, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you scroll down, you can see each of the chapters and then get an idea of what is in each of the chapters. You won't be able to click and see it, but it'll give you an idea of what's in the course. And I'm going to share a little bit more about that and give you a sneak peek into the course tonight. So if you go up here and click on pre-order, which you can do right now, and we're going to be making it live next week during this session. So you're going to go through a checkout process. It says I'm already enrolled in Quail 101. So after you go through the checkout and you come back to Quail University, you're going to see your course image right here. And you can go back to the overview and see this button right here where it says coming soon. That will be replaced next Sunday, and you'll be able to click in and see the course. But for right now, since you can't click in and see the course, I'm going to give you a sneak preview. All right, so here we are in Quail University. We have a welcome and how to navigate the course. And then you'll get to meet each of us. Jasmine does an introduction. You can see her beautiful homestead. And Zach does an introduction. You can see all in his quail barn and get a tour there. We've got an introduction from me, and then a little bit more about why we made this class for you. And at the end of every chapter, you're going to see resources that you can download. So let's take a look at chapter 1. In chapter 1, it starts with a list of questions that you're going to find the answers to in this chapter. And then each of the sections, they'll have a video. This is the wild and weird history of the Coturnix quail. And if you're wondering why that quail is in a rocket, you'll definitely find out when you watch that video. We also go over some basic terms and timelines. And because a lot of you are coming to quail keeping through chicken keeping, we do a chapter or a lesson on a comparison between chicken behavior versus quail behavior, so you can kind of know the differences. And then Zach and Jasmine take you through the benefits of raising quail versus raising chickens. And we talk about the benefits of our community here in the quail community. So at the end of every chapter, you're going to get to take a quiz so you can show what you know. So so you can go through and answer the questions. So for this one, it's from the time it hatches. How long does it take for a quail to start laying eggs? And your choices are 2 to 3 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, or 6 to 8 months. And then if you answer the question, it will let you know that you got it correct. Or if it doesn't, it'll tell you the correct answer. So that's kind of a fun way just to review what you've learned, because we do present a lot of information in each of these chapters. And then Zach and Jasmine give you a celebratory message, a motivational message at the end of each chapter to keep going. And then you've got chapter resources and downloads. And the download for this chapter is a list of your key terms and timelines. And as you can see, we've really kind of boiled things down and simplified it. And this course is good for your whole family. If you've got kids from older elementary age to junior high, high school, they can participate in this class as well. So the next chapter is on feed. And as you can see, there's a lot here. We go into your understanding your feed choices, feeding chicks, adults, supplements, and some FAQs here, and resources. You have a feed plan to download so that you can come up with, go to the feed store and kind of just look at your options there and see what you want to do. The next chapter is my absolute favorite chapter, and this is planning for self-sufficiency with quail. So in this chapter, and I'm talking to not only you newbies here, but also you more experienced quail keepers, because some of these resources are going to be beneficial to you as well. We go over the basic equipment that you'll need, quail math. Jasmine does a really good job of presenting quail math, so you can figure out how many birds you need to feed your family for self-sufficiency. And for meat as well, how many birds do you need, and how often do you need to hatch out more quail, so that you can know, make a plan for how to feed your family. And then In this section, I go over a spreadsheet so that you can figure out how much all of this is going to cost, because that's a really good thing to know. And then, so right now, before I move on to anything else, I do want to give you a sneak peek into this particular spreadsheet because it is a lot of fun. We've made it so that, see these yellow cells here? You can enter in your own information and it will automatically calculate out some important information for you. For example, this is going to tell you how much it's going to cost for you to feed your jumbo chicks from the time they're hatched to the time that they're ready for butchering, and also for your standards from the time they hatch to the time that they're ready to lay eggs. And so you put in the number of quail you have here. Let's say it's 20. Let's change this to 25. And let's say that you're paying $22.99 for your feed, a 50-pound bag, and see how it automatically calculates out your costs for feed per bird. You know that it's going to cost $1.22 for you to grow out that bird to its butcher weight. And you can also put in the waste if you estimate if you have feeders that waste a little bit, you can also calculate that out. So then in the end, it spits out how much it's going to cost you to raise those 25 birds from week 0 to week 8. So not only that, in this spreadsheet, don't get overwhelmed here because I'm going to walk you through it. It is really fun because it's going to help you answer some important questions. So here you're going to put in the number of adult birds you have, the standards and jumbos, because they eat different amounts. So their costs are going to be a little bit different. Also, you put in your feed costs here and the estimated waste, and everything else will calculate out for you. So for example, in this column, we're going to ask questions about feed. So if you have 72 birds all together here in this example, it's going to tell you how many bags of feed do I need every month? And there's your answer, 5. You need 5 bags of feed. That's so easy. There's no guessing involved. How many days will 1 bag of feed last me? For your standards, it's going to last 2 weeks. So that's really good information to know. Also, it's going to give you a cost per pound and a cost per ounce for your feed. And in this section, you'll learn how much it's going to cost you to feed a bird per day, per month, and per year. And in the very end, you can go down here and it'll tell you how much it's going to cost you to feed all 72 of those birds for a whole year. And now, from that information, you can go over here to the egg column, because a lot of you have asked me at QuailCon, or you've told me this, I want to raise quail to feed my family, but I also want I want to sell enough eggs to pay for feed. So here's where you make those calculations. So in this column, it's going to tell you exactly how much it's costing you in feed to grow for every egg that's laid for your jumbos and your standards. Then it's going to tell you how many eggs you're going to get. You're going to calculate an estimated amount for breakage, for some loss there. Mine's 10% because I'm raising in an aviary. It's a little bit high, but yours might only be 2 or 3%, depending. Okay, then you'll be able to figure out how many eggs you're going to get. And then so this is the total eggs for the year. And you say, okay, I want to save 3,500 of those eggs just to feed my family. And it tells you how many eggs you're going to have left. Then if you package those eggs up, say you have a carton that holds 15, you're going to have 880 available to sell. And let's say you sell it at $6 a carton. How many cartons are you going to need to sell to cover your feed cost for the year? 241. How many is that per month? 20. So I know if I have 72 birds and I put in all my feed costs and everything, that I need to sell 20 cartons of eggs a month to break even. Then you can see how many cartons will you have left over and how much will you make, how much will you bring in the gross, will you bring in if you sell all of those eggs. So that'll give you a really good idea of your costs and potential profits here for your quail. All right, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. right now, because now I want to talk to you experienced quail raisers. And some of you might be thinking, well, this is a nice class to have, but I don't really need to take it. And that's true. Some of you may already know all the things, but we made this class for you also. And so let me tell you about an experience that I had in my farm. I invite people once a month to come over and take a beginning quail keeping class, and it's a lot of fun. It's 2 hours. I go over a lot of things and I show them different housing options and feed options, and everything's there for them to see. But often people would say, okay, I'm not ready quite yet to get started, but I will in a few months. And they would call me back a few months later and say, Linda, I forgot everything from your class. And can you tell me again, what do I need for feed? And, like, what do I do for housing, for a brooder? And so I would end up having to answer all those questions all over again. And you might have had that same experience. If you have a customer or a friend or a family member who wants to get into quail, they have a lot of questions, and it takes some time for us to answer those questions. So you're going to be able to apply to be an affiliate for this class. And what that means for you is that you'll get a link with a special code, a tracking code, to Quail University. So if you have a customer who's brand new to quail and says, what do I do? You can send them this link. And if they buy the course, then $10 of that course is going to come back to you. So we're going to pay you to support your customers. And we're going to pay you so that you can have all that time back that you're spending in answering those questions, and be able to spend it with your family, to spend it on your farm or your homestead, and make better use of your time, but also be able to provide very high quality customer support for all your friends and family members and customers who want to learn more about raising quail. So that is what's in it for you. So if you're interested in looking at the course and becoming familiar with the content to see if that is something that you want to offer to your customers, then we encourage you to pre-order the class today. All right. The last thing that I want to tell you is that, and this message is for everybody in the community, so the class is $49. And the people who come to my place to get the 2-hour class, that's $35 for everybody. So for just a little bit more, you get something that you can have on demand. You can watch the videos whenever you want. It's yours forever. You have the information at your fingertips. So anybody who buys the course is also making a donation. You are making a donation to help kids through the 18 and under contest. These classes will fund their cost of the incubator and some of the other items that go in their kits. So if they win the 18 and under contest for that month, we'll be able to really beef up those kits and make them available to kids who are wanting to get started with raising Coturnix quail. The other thing is that a donation will also be made for QuailCon, because Zach and Jenna, they spend hours of their time getting ready and cooking for us and preparing for us. And this is a way for us as a quail community to come together and support that event, because we benefit so much from getting together and learning from the speakers. And there's just so many good things that happen there, including this class. It came out of Quail University. So it's appropriate for us to give back a little bit to the community. So that is it. I'm going to turn you over to Jasmine now, who didn't get a chance to be heard last week. We saw your beautiful face, Jasmine. But Jasmine's going to tell us a little bit more about why this course was created for you.
Hi, guys. All right. So I'm so excited that we got to do this again, because Lord have mercy, me and technology plus Zach and technology did not work out last week. But I'm so excited to be here. I've been sitting going, you guys, this is going to be so good. So if you don't know who I am, I know a lot of you do, but I'm Jasmine, and I homestead in Southwest Missouri. Time and Timber Homestead is me. And yeah, so when I was presented with this opportunity, you guys. My heart skipped a beat because the community that I've been a part of for so long online here on YouTube and Facebook, and just the friendships and the relationships that I'm going to have forever, it stemmed from this type of like excitement of somebody reaching out their hand, sharing what they knew with me, and I ate it up and was so excited to be able to give back to the community with this. You guys get to see me all the time. But no, really, I've been homesick for a long time, and quail was never even on my radar. I knew nothing about it, and I got them in a trade. I had turkeys. These other people had quail eggs, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't even know what quail are. And I started knowing nothing. I failed forward into this huge passion of having these as one of the most integral animals on my homestead. And it gave me a lot of confidence to start being a lot more self-sufficient, which is where one of my little communities has really blossomed from, and like seeing people take baby steps into that. But I had a hard time finding stuff, and poor Zach was getting texts from me all the time. Hey, what do I do about this and this quail and that quail and this and everything else? And the thing is that everybody loves to be able to have that mentor, and there's just not enough of us yet doing this. So we're like, yes, I want to help instruct and instill just a little bit of passion and excitement into the quail community and help people be successful at this so they can turn around and do the same thing and continue to grow their community and just have that presence of something. I don't know. It's like when you decide to take a little bit of that self-sufficiency into your own hands, you have this sense of pride that gets really like, it makes you all bubbly and tingly inside. At least it does me. I know not everybody's this bubbly. But yeah, so this project has been incredible to be a part of. It has grown me and stretched me and allowed me to really put you guys as the center and the fuel for the fire to really create something that could be used for every single person in our community, like Linda has already talked about. So you'll get to see real life Jasmine in this, real life Zach, real life Linda. And this team has been so great to work with. Like, you guys are getting a huge gift having the people behind the camera, on the camera, just bolstering this up to be an incredible resource that's going to be around forever. So I'm really, but I know you guys have been typing in the chats and everybody's kind of chattering. So Zach, do you want to pull up some questions and see if anybody has questions first about Quail University? And then of course, the whole point of a My Shire live on a Sunday evening is to answer your questions about quail. So make sure you're unmuted.
Well, yeah. So if everybody or if anybody on there does have any questions about Quail University, go ahead and comment now. I have been watching it. It doesn't look like there's any questions yet. But we do have Barrett Sanborn from Sanborn Farms that says, in the house, hope everyone is doing well. Just pre-ordered the course for our family. Very excited. So that's pretty, as far as I know, you're the first one that's done it tonight. Linda actually emailed me earlier in the week and said, I don't know what happened, but we have a pre-order. And I was like, well, I didn't tell anybody to do it yet. And she's like, it worked out. And I called her and we went through things and everything's a go. And I said, oh, great. So Barrett, I do believe you're the second pre-order ever, which is really cool. But if anybody has any questions about Quail University, feel free to ask because you have all three of us here. And we will try to do that. I'm trying to keep a hold of the comments now. But there is one thing that we didn't tell you, and that was where to go to pre-order. So it is, you might have said at the very beginning, it is just quailuniversity.com. So you'll just go there. We don't have a link yet, do we? We didn't put a link in the description. No, I did not put a link in the description. I did put one in the comments. So you might want to check that out. But it's just quailuniversity.com, and it's $49. And what is it? Is it like, it's over 70 videos, right? I think it's over 70 videos. You're muted, Linda.
Okay, I have to check.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around 80. It's just a lot. There's a lot of resources,
80.
but they're broken down in bite-sized pieces so that you
Yes.
don't have to get overwhelmed.
80 lessons. Yep. Mhm.
Yep, 80 lessons, and they're all together, and they're forever for you. So, you know, I mean, you can find, I don't think you can find all of this on YouTube or on Facebook. I think you can find probably a lot of it. But you have to search, you have to go here, you have to watch different stuff, different channels, different this, different that. Here, it's all in one place. It's easy to use. And you can just go back and refresh. Linda and Jasmine have put the course together in such a very organized way that you'll know exactly where to go to refresh yourself or whatever the case may be. I'm really excited to be a part of it. I think it's absolutely amazing. And we just had another pre-order, which is pretty cool.
Oh, Linda, you're the host now. We lost Zach.
Oh, surprise.
Surprise. So I am looking at the comments. Okay, there's Zach. He might be back. Andy from Polster Farms had asked, how do we pre-order? And I think we just answered that for you, Mandy. Are you back with us, Zach?
Yeah, it just kicked. It didn't like me anymore. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't touch anything, I swear.
And we had a question
Okay.
from Fran.
My
too.
hands are back here.
Are you good?
I'm good. You do
Okay,
your thing.
okay.
I'm just putting my hands up.
Okay. So Fran wanted to know if there was going to be a t-shirt for the course or a certificate to hang on the wall. What do we think about that, team?
We do have a certificate. Once you complete it, you can, when you go through the course, you can mark all the lessons as complete as you go. So it has a progress tracker. And then at the very end, you get a certificate of completion that you can print up.
Yes.
And I love the t-shirt idea. I totally think we should do it. I want Quail
We're swag
University merch.
fans. We will figure it out.
I'm working with George now. George got a whole t-shirt printing thing last year. He did it for QuailCon. He made those cool, like, I survived QuailCon 2022 shirts. So he is going to be working on a shirt. We'll have that available shortly. B&G Farm in Richardsville, Virginia, just pre-ordered as well. So did Janelle Blackwell. So thank you both. We think you're really going to like it. There was another one I saw on here. Angela just pre-ordered. And then B&G Farm says, is Quail U open to the entire family for the same $49 price? And yes, yeah, it's for your whole household. So we tried to make it as affordable as possible. Obviously, we've got expenses in there. We also wanted to, you know, the 18 and under contest, QuailCon, those are also things for the community that we wanted to make sure that we could help out with as well. But yeah, the $49 is for the whole household. We are planning on doing other classes as well. I mean, let's get through this one first, but we're really excited about other things that's going to come along as well. We really want to do something for the kids. We want to do a Quail for Pride.
His internet must be just eating him off of here. Just boom.
You said it snowed there. When it snows, the internet goes in and out. So
Oh no.
here it
Yeah,
comes.
back. You're coming back.
So to my defense, when I froze, my hands were up in the air again. So I really don't, I'm not touching anything, I swear. Like, I feel like I'm just going to stand here the time, like.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so excited about all of these pre-orders because it's going to be a huge blessing for you guys and the people that you're connected with. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
Now, have we talked about, because I keep cutting in and out, have we talked about the intimate interactive classes that we're going to be doing as well?
We have not.
Jasmine, do you want to kind of go into that?
Sure. So, and hopefully my internet doesn't cut out while we're talking. So, one thing that we did want to make sure is, while this is a very easy to follow self-paced course, it was important for us to make sure that there was still a very tight community aspect to this, and especially because there are going to be questions that you're going to have that maybe we didn't cover in the course that are very specific to your situation, or you just need a little bit more clarification on that. And so we talked about offering these interactive classes that are where we can see your face. You can ask us questions that are a lot more intimate with a small group of people, where you guys are all learning about the same thing around the same pace, and we can really dive into the things that are most important to you. And so those are going to be coming very soon. It was very, very important to us to be able to offer something like that, because we know that when you have online courses, it's easy to, you get going, or maybe you get too excited, you get overwhelmed, and you're like, I think I just mixed that all up. Can I please have some help on this? So it's basically going to be like having one of us, either Zach or myself, maybe eventually Linda, and we're going to sit down and have this almost like a one-on-one classroom setting. Some of these are going to be answering your questions. Some of these are going to be very topic specific. So it's going to have lots of options for you. And we're going to work really hard to get the schedule up so that you can add those on at any time when you're ready to learn more.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. We did a couple trial runs, and I think that it's going to go much smoother, and I think it's really going to help the people that were part of the Zooms before, just as the trials. They continue to text me and say, are you ready for the next one? Because I really liked it. So I think that it's really going to help because everybody's situation's a little bit different. And we try to cover as much as we possibly could in Quail 101. But again, every situation is just going to have those little tweaks that you're going to need to make. And so we're going to make sure that we're available for you so that you can go through those smoothly and not second guess yourself and things like that.
Yep.
Let's see. Aaron Goutros pre-ordered. Now I have to wait patiently. In case you are pre-ordering and you did not hear before, we're going to pre-order this week, and it will go live next Sunday. When we go live here on our YouTube channel, Linda is going to hit the live button on the Quail University, and it's all going to be available for you. So it's going to be a lot of fun with that. Skip Blackwell also pre-ordered, so thank you very much. Diana Tuttle from Tut Farms just pre-ordered. Callie Quail Keeper says, fabulous all around, great access, info, incentive, and helping the 18 under. Wow, oh dear God, where'd you go? There you are, found you. Nope, went away again. Greatly appreciated the source. Swanson says, Zach got all excited about the pre-order. He pulled the plug. Yeah, I'm not touching it. I swear, I'm not doing it. Let's see. Fran Crow says, when is the Quail University 201? We probably need a little bit of time before we even discuss.
We all need to take a nap first.
We have that in our brains, but in action, you guys, this has been our blood, sweat, and tears, and all the technology things. So much of our love and life has gone into this little course. But don't worry, we do have a 201 in mind.
We do, yeah.
We do. Linda and Jasmine have been working like more than a full-time job every week since September to put this together. I've driven all the way to Missouri twice to get the videos done. And then Jenna, my wife, has kind of been the quality control person. So she's watching everything, telling me where I messed up and making me fix things and, giving Linda and Jasmine all the praise and telling me that I'm worthless. But that's beside the point. So the
Don't let
next
us
step
bully you.
is
Dinner's been
QuailCon.
fantastic.
We got to put QuailCon together. That's before we start the next class. But and then Bob Wolf just pre-ordered, so thank you very much. That's very exciting.
Thank you.
Let's see. And
One thing that I want to invite you all to do, all of you who are pre-ordering today, is once you get into the class, and if there's anything in there that we missed that you feel like, oh, this would be really important for me to know and it's not in here, please tell us. And so that we can, because we'll continually be adding new resources, tweaking videos, adding as much as we can to this course so that it is absolutely the best that it can be. And we'll need your help to do that.
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. The feedback is going to be very, very important. We have had a few people already take the course. So I'm going to try to get with them in the next couple of weeks and have them on one of our lives as well, so they can kind of give you the feedback from watching the videos. So that'll be helpful as well. That's going to be coming. Obviously, the affiliate program is not set up yet, or we're not going live with it yet, but that's coming as well. So there's going to be even more stuff coming with this, and it won't be any extra cost. It'll just be more stuff. And to be honest with you, the spreadsheets and the downloads that Linda did is worth the $49 alone. Like, you don't even have to watch the videos. Just get it for the spreadsheets. Like, it's phenomenal.
I have to agree. Mind blown, so detailed. Like, if you are a nerdy, got to get all those details. Linda has made sure that your cup runneth over, and I'm so
Yeah.
I love everything she's put together.
Yeah, I was watching the videos a while ago, and I'm like, okay, me and Jasmine did well on this one, and we did pretty good. And then Linda puts the spreadsheet on there. I was like, no one cares about us. They're gonna want this spreadsheet, is what they're gonna want. I don't even know why we did videos. We should have just sold the spreadsheet for $49.
It was so fun to put together for you guys. It really was. And yeah, I spent probably 2.5 weeks on just that one spreadsheet to make sure that it was super easy and answered all the questions that you needed the answers to. So
I think that's one thing I really love about how the course got put together is there's multiple perspectives, and it fits for all sorts of learning types. So if you really need visuals, we've got that. If you need to read everything and kind of take your own notes, we've got that. We've got all the little details, some fun stuff, and some bottom line, let's get to the point stuff in there so that everybody in their learning style gets what they need to make this a successful thing for them. It's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean just pre-ordered under the farm, Southern Dreams Farm in North Carolina. Thank you very much for the
thank you,
pre-order.
Sean.
Pappy's Homestead says, love the energy, time and timber.
Thanks.
I think I skipped one. I think I skipped one a little while ago, but it was when I froze the first time and I had to reconnect, and they said that you guys were much more easy to look at than I was, and I decided to just skip that. We don't need to read all of them. Aaron says, does the course cover quail genetics and colors? I'll say what I want to, and then Linda is probably better to answer this. It's going to go over certain breeding programs, but remember, this is a Quail 101. We are going to have more classes go along, but we already have 80 plus classes with all the spreadsheets and all the downloads and all the tests and all this. We didn't want to overload newbies. So we went into how to put a breeding program together, what to look for, weights and things like that. But as far as the color genetics go, I think that's more of an advanced class that we need to do. But Linda?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Zach. We have covered the very basic, and mostly because it can get kind of overwhelming. I still when we talk about colors, my eyes kind of glaze over and I'm like, I hear words coming out of your mouth, but they don't mean anything to me. And I've been around Quail for a long time. So we just wanted to take that out and make it a separate course and give it the time and attention that it deserved, because it is a great topic. So that is definitely on our roadmap, Erin, for future courses.
It's gonna be
absolutely. Foster Farm says, yay. Is there a digital graduation badge for our websites?
Oh, no, but we can make one. I like that idea.
So yes, just not yet.
I'm writing it down.
Okay, you're writing it down. Yeah, that's a great idea. Now, anybody that does take the course and finish it, you will get a cool little diploma, which is kind of fun. And then obviously we'll work on the digital graduation badge for the website. That's a great idea, Foster Farm.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's see. I'm trying to read as fast as I can. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people showing up late. Yeah, I'm reading out. There is a lot of people. We have about double the amount of people now than when we started. So while I go through the comments for just a minute, Jasmine or Linda, if you guys just want to go just a brief, Quail University, what it is, and we'll go, and I'll get some comments going.
Okay. Jasmine, you want to talk about it for a second, and I'll do it. I'll share a couple of I'll do a screen share. Okay.
So this is Quail University, a brand new online course that we are bringing to the table. Pre-sales are happening today. And what we've done is put together a 101 course on how to raise Coturnix quail. And we've literally tried to put in everything that we could think of, pulling from expert minds, our experiences, and questions that we hear in the community all the time that we are able to answer so that you can be successful. If you know nothing about Coturnix quail and you're just getting your feet wet, that you can take this course, and it's going to be available to you like one-time purchase. You can have this forever. Your family can learn from it. And basically what we wanted to do is be able to set you up for success from knowing nothing to being so successful and excited that you have successfully brought quail into the world, your goals, and you're able to even take this and share it with other people when your passion and excitement oozes like ours does. So you can see the screen share that Linda has that's kind of giving you a peek of what is to come. I'll let her kind of share that because we haven't figured out the telekinetic mind reading yet. So I'll let her say that. We're just really excited to have this resource to you guys.
Thanks, Jasmine. So this is, if you go to quailuniversity.com, it'll take you to this page and you click on Quail 101. We don't have a lot of information here because we've been really focused on just finishing the class and getting it done. But it is available for pre-order. So if you click on this, it'll take you through a checkout process. And then when you sign into your class again, you'll see the course here, Quail 101, with a little coming soon badge. And then next week during this live, we are going to make it go live. So that coming soon button will change so that you can get into the course. And earlier we gave you a really quick overview of what was in the course. So it goes, from meeting your instructors here in the welcome chapter to learning about the weird and wild history of Coturnix quail. You get some comparisons from quail versus chicken in terms of their behavior and in terms of the benefits of raising them. Then in chapter 2, we go really in depth about feed choices. If you've never had chickens or quail before, we give you when you walk into the feed store, you're going to understand what you're looking at. You'll know the difference between a grower and a starter and a finisher and a layer or all flock. We go over all of that. And then in the self-sufficiency chapter, you can figure out how many birds do you need for to provide eggs for your families, how many birds do you need for to provide meat. We've got a spreadsheet in there so that you can calculate out your costs, and you put in the number of birds you want, the cost for your feed, and it'll spit out answers to questions, a lot of different questions, including how much does it cost per egg? How much does it cost me to raise one chick from hatch to butcher weight? And all of those things. How many eggs do I need to sell to be able to cover the cost of my feed for the year? All of those things are in there. And also, we didn't do this earlier, but we have a chapter on which came first, the chicken or the egg? Do I buy chicks first or grown, live birds, or do I hatch? So we talk about that. Jasmine goes in depth about incubation and hatching. And you definitely not going to want to miss that. She walks you through every part of the hatch, step by step. We've got a chapter on caring for your chicks, so that they're thriving and healthy. A section on choosing your housing. Do you want an aviary, tiered cages? What are your options and what do those options look like? Managing and breeding. And again, most of the breeding there is just about identifying your genders, knowing if you have males and females and managing those, knowing how big a breeder set is, or managing your breeder colony, those kinds of things.
I will tell you, I had really good models for how to vent sex. So if you've really struggled with that, they were fantastic.
Yes, yes, the vent sexing chapter is amazing. And and Jasmine presents some mnemonics, like she uses her hand to kind of show you the different shapes of the vents. And it's just
giving you all my cheats, you guys, all of my cheats.
Yes. There's a section on butchering and cooking with quail eggs, cooking with quail meat, and with some downloads as well for that. So anyway, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and that's a little peek into Quail University.
And don't worry, we snuck Zach in there a couple of times. I'm just teasing Zach.
It's true. False Farm says, I just got my pre-order as the Quail Barn. So thank you very much for pre-ordering.
Love that name.
So cute.
Jeweler Cliff is in the house and pre-ordered also. Says go Quail. There you go. Vase Place pre-ordered. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Verna.
Hey, Verna.
B&G Farm says, I have so much to learn. It'll be so helpful to reduce my learning curve. That's another big reason why we did it, I think, was it's so hard to find specific information. Then one person on Facebook might say something different, and now you just don't know. So you've got all the information in one spot. And we don't just show you one way, so we show you multiple ways on how to do things. So for the most part, Jasmine has hers outside in an aviary or in a hutch. I'm more commercial setting. I actually counted the day, and we do 65,000 quail a year in the barn. We go through, whether it's males or new breeders or live birds or whatever the case may be. So I have a little bit of experience, but again, I'm more of a production standpoint. But then we got Jasmine and Linda that have it in different environments, different ways to raise them, and so you're getting the best of pretty much everything on how to raise quail.
Yeah, super excited.
And the most recent, because Zach, I know you've been doing this for over 10 years, and I'm sure that some of those YouTube videos you made way back when, you've changed some of the things and you've updated. So the advantage that you have of getting Quail 101 through Quail University is that you've got all the most recent information and recommendations.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good point. Now, Carla does say that I have tried to pre-order through PayPal. I get this error. An error has occurred. If the issue persists, please contact your site administrator. Have you seen any of that, Linda?
I have seen orders come through tonight through PayPal, so I know it is working.
Okay.
But our email address is thequailuniversity@gmail.com. please reach out to me if you're having troubles ordering, because this will help us help other people who might be having the same issue that you are. So please contact me at that address. If Verna, if you could put that in the chat, it's thequailuniversity@gmail.com.
Okay.
Thanks, Brandon.
Marilyn also had a really good question. Marilyn Perry says, will the price change once it goes live, and will you still have the ability to share and get that code once it goes live?
Yeah, the price is going to stay the same. It's, yeah, we set it, it's yeah, we priced it so that we don't have to go through that, yeah, we just priced it in a fair way. And so I believe it's going to stay that way. And the second part to your question was about the links. And those are for the affiliate program specifically. Anybody who, can apply to become an affiliate. And I'll have that program set up in a few weeks so that you can go through and I can get your link to you. Once you get that link, it's good always. And you can share it on your social media, on your website, through email, however you communicate with your friends and families and customers, so that you can be earning money with it. So if you sell 5 classes a month, it's an extra $50 for fold money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
And the first month pays for your class in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Melody Clark says, I just signed up for Quail University. I'm so excited and can't wait to get started with Quail.
Yay.
Thanks, Melody.
Exciting. I have to laugh because Glenn said, wonders if we would accept that his quail ate his homework if he doesn't get that. That's a good one.
That's awesome.
I have to say that this
Aaron
community
says,
is my absolute favorite. You guys have such great humor, great attitudes. You're so generous. We absolutely adore you guys. Oh my gosh, this is just so fun, right? Watching all this stuff. It's so fun.
Yeah, there's
Sorry,
a lot
Zach,
of comments. Aaron says, Aaron, come on, man. Aaron says, so does this mean Jasmine and Linda will be speakers at QuailCon? I hope both of you do. You ladies are super awesome. Linda and Jasmine will be a very, very large part of QuailCon, yes. And that is all I'm going to say about QuailCon right now.
He snuck it in there.
Yeah, I know. Now, I will tell you this. I have a meeting tomorrow. I also have a meeting Tuesday, and I'm setting up one on Wednesday, and we are going to pretty much hammer out all the details of QuailCon. So I do believe in the next, I would say probably 2 weeks, we will start going live with ticket sales and be able to give you, the speaker list and the dates and all that stuff.
You guys are getting
Frank Crow says thanks to Frank Crow says thanks to you all for helping us yet again with the information to help others be more self-sufficient. You are also professional and real people. Thank you very much.
It is a privilege to be a part of this community. I can't tell you enough about, I agree with Jasmine that, and I tell people all the time, Quail community is different from any other community I've been a part of. Just people are incredibly supportive. You're fun. I loved meeting so many of you at QuailCon last year, and I can't wait to meet you again and or to participate in some of these Zoom calls so that we can see each other face to face and have a good laugh together. And yeah, one of the things I want to do, you guys, Zach and Jasmine, close your ears. I want to put together an outtakes video of Zach and Jasmine. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I heard that, by the way. I was just kidding on this.
You will get a kick out of it. They are having so much fun making the videos. My husband and I just laughed at the outtakes. So anyway, I'll put a short compilation video together and share that with you guys someday.
I still got some goodies I've withheld. I've got some goodies I've withheld. So you may get some more emails.
before you watch that outtakes thing, just for Jasmine and my just defense, Jasmine probably had 45 panic attacks at the beginning. So she was kind of worn down, and I had drove all night to do the videos. So, I mean, we were a little slap happy, and we were working literally from dusk till dawn getting these videos done.
I will say you get the real version of all of us in this.
Yeah.
You're like, this is what you get.
And if you
Right.
listen carefully, you might hear some geese and baby geese in the background in Jasmine's videos.
Yeah, it's the real deal homesteading over here.
Mhm.
Like, here we go. You'll hear cats, probably gunshots from my neighbors the other day. Like, who knows what you'll hear, but it's real life,
Right.
Jasmine, okay?
Mimi Cleveland says hi from Enon, Ohio. Quail University sounds great. Love all the great information you all put out there. Thank you very much. I really do think that this is really going to be a game changer. I wasn't planning on saying this, but Linda and Jasmine have both hit on that it really is a great community. It's supportive. It's, everybody comes together. It's a good attitude. It's warming and welcoming. And all of that is 100% true. I agree 100%. But I do love the fact that there's so many new people every day joining the groups and trying to learn about quail and trying to become more self-sufficient, that I really do think that this is going to help the people that's been in it, the people that are getting in it now, and it's going to be so much easier to get that information out to everybody going forward as well. And so that we can all be on the same page and just, understand each other better. I really do think it's going to be a game changer.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Bean Farm says, is there going to be a commercial key basically? Oh dear God, where'd you go? Like I could share with all my customers. Yeah, pretty much. Is that how you would describe it, Linda?
Yeah, as soon as the class is live, Zach, this is probably news to you, but I don't know if I can get like the class done and the promotional video done this week. But it will be coming soon. But yes, to answer your question, we will create like a short video for you that you can share with family and friends to introduce them to Quail 101 and Quail University, and let you share that with other people. And we'll do some not only videos but some graphics, and my background is in marketing, so it's really fun for me to create those kinds of things for you guys. So we'll have lots of that for you to share.
And they'll be good.
Yeah. Fran Crow says, I pre-ordered and can't wait for the information to share with the students we have that come to the farm to learn about our homestead. And that's a big reason why Linda came up with this as well. I don't know if you heard the reason at the very beginning when she was talking. But yeah, I think it's just, again, it's going to help a lot of people that are selling a few off the farm, or, going to farmers markets, or, I know a couple people go to volleyball games or wherever and sell their quail eggs there. It's easy to just say, oh, let me just text you this link. It's all you need to know about quail. Like, so it's really going to help those that are trying to help others as well.
And you wouldn't know this.
John F says, will there be exam?
I was going to say, you wouldn't know this. I'm actually an introvert, and being able to share my passion without, now it won't sound like I'm an introvert on the videos, but in person, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, hey, here, you can learn everything. And so I know there's other people like me that sweat bullets and have to wear double t-shirts just to tell people about something they're excited about. So this is also another tool that you can use if you have that excitement deep down inside, but you just want to be like, here, you can learn about the things I love.
Yeah, you don't have to teach a class. It's like,
right.
You just give them a link, and it's a lot more comfortable for those of us who are, for those of you, I guess I'm an extrovert and Jasmine's an introvert. So this class covers us, both kinds of people.
Yes.
Right.
All right, sorry. Back
Also,
to the
like
comment.
my wife. Like I told my wife, I said, well, you're kind of our quality control. You've been watching everything. You're giving us feedback. You join the call tonight. And she looked at me like I grew a third eye. And I said, okay, well, make
We
sure you
love
tell all
you,
your
Jenna.
emails about our new link. I don't know. John F says, will there be exams and tests? There will be after each chapter. It's going to be just a little thing where it's just a refresher, what do you know, or what did you get? And then if you get it wrong, it's going to, just help you find the answer and give you more information about that. It's not really a pass or fail kind of thing, though.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just there to help you. We call it show what you know, because there's, you'll be amazed at how much you remember from the class. But so it's just little reminder questions at the end of each chapter.
Sweat it. Don't sweat it. It just puts those little knowledge nuggets right back into your brain.
But I have been thinking, in the future, if we did if we did want to create a mega test at the end, to pull all questions from and then add some new ones in just for fun, like a challenge test for somebody who might want to do that. I don't know if that's a good idea. If you guys think that's a good idea, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
And I'll put it.
I like that.
There. I mean, who doesn't love a challenge every once in a while?
Right.
Right. It can be an optional challenge.
Oh yeah, all the quizzes are optional. You can skip them.
Right. B&G Farm says, does the course cover NPI, PI clean?
Good question. That is something that we're reserving for later courses, for more advanced courses, because we're assuming that for Quail 101, this is just, we want people to get in, start taking care of their birds and feeling comfortable with all the care and management and feeding, and NPIP certification is definitely a next level conversation. So we'll save that for the more advanced classes. Right.
I do think that we touched on it in one of the videos, just what it is, but we really didn't go in depth. And again, just starting out, I don't think you need to know a lot about that. But yeah, that'll be in future classes. And somebody did ask, AI clean is avian influenza. And it's really just, they come out and they test your birds. When we started, they tested them once a year, and then we went to twice a year. Now we're 4 times a year because we're considered a hatchery here at my Shire farm. And it's just, they test for avian influenza and the tests are negative. Fran Crow says, hi, Linda, I would like to be an affiliate. So the affiliate program is going to come out about a month from now. We want to put they're finishing up things on the Quail University now, and then we wanted a couple weeks to be able to get all the affiliate stuff done. Linda's wanting to put it. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but you kind of want to put a little class together for the affiliates. Yes. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We'll have a Zoom call and answer everybody's questions and run you through how to do it and how to look on your dashboard to see how much you've earned, when you'll get paid, all of that stuff.
Right. Absolutely. So that's going to come about a month later. We just wanted to do the course, and then we want to make some tweaks here and there, get your guys' feedback, and just make some changes. And that's another nice thing is, so, I do believe that Jasmine is still doing, she's redoing one of her videos that she didn't like. So that'll be finished this week. But, if you guys take the course next week and there's a couple of things that you say, oh, I'd like to see this, or can you do this a little bit more? We'll add that on, and there is no more cost. Once you pay for the class, you're done. Now the Zoom classes are going to be a little bit extra, but we're not talking a lot. But Jasmine and I are both dedicated, and Linda will do it after the affiliates once she gets that running. But we have to dedicate our time and energy to doing those calls. So they're not going to be expensive, but we do need to recoup a little bit.
And you guys, when we do add resources or new videos to the course, we'll shoot you an email and let you know that it's there so you can go and look at it.
Foster Farm says that, yeah, that's good, Linda. Paul Strom says, that was a huge reason we started watching Zach. His videos prove he's been there, done that. We're so grateful we can skip a lot of the learning curve thanks to watching Zach's journey. Thank you. Vay's Play says, I want to be affiliate as well. MG says, is it a pass-fail to get a Quail U diploma? Linda?
It is not. It is. You go through, and at the end of every lesson, you can mark it complete. So if you've completed it, you mark it complete. You can skip around, but if you get to the point where all of your lessons are completed, it'll take you to a page where you can download your certificate of completion.
And this kind of goes in with that. Anime Gamer says, will we get a printable diploma or like stickers or a shirt for completing the course? The diploma will be printable as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we are currently working on the shirts. I kind of dropped the ball on that, so that's completely my fault. But yeah, we will have Quail U shirts that you can purchase as well. Melody, it's at QuailCon is at My Shire Farm in Ohio. I'm looking here.
I have to say that our community members have the best ideas for QuailCon.
Yeah.
Katrina said we should do like a student Jeopardy, like Quail University Jeopardy style at QuailCon. I think that'd be hilariously fun.
Love that.
That is
Right?
a good idea.
Yes.
That is a good idea. Dale's Quails is in the house. Dale!
Hey, Dale.
Hello, everyone. Checking in from Wisconsin. Will Quail University have any sports teams? No, we're not doing any teams right now. We're not sponsoring any teams.
I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. If you've got some creative stuff going on, I mean, write those ideas down.
Well, University pickleball. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, we're a fun bunch, y'all.
Right. Vicky Kenton says, I'm definitely using the spreadsheets immediately. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, again, that's worth all the money right there. Yeah, that they're very, very helpful. John F is really big on the mega test. He likes that idea a lot. Linda.
Okay. Noting.
Guys, this is so exciting. He's reading.
Yeah,
through all
now
the
I'm
comments,
seeing
y'all.
Quail. Yeah, now I'm seeing Quail Quail Jeopardy at QuailCon. John F says, Linda, you need to name the mega test Linda's Mega Super Fantastic Challenge test. So there's another idea for you.
So great.
Mega super fantastic.
I love Linda so much. I love it.
Vicky says, yes. Never mind. Forget it. There's so many comments, everybody. I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
I don't know how you do those all the time. I would miss everything. I do miss everything.
Fran says, Linda, is there an acronym like MD for medical doctor that we could put on our signature line on our email?
Wow, you guys are so creative and fun.
I know.
I'm writing this down.
I know.
What do you call that when someone has the abbreviations after their names, like a PhD or a MD or what
Call them a doctor. I don't know what those are called. Behind
Esquire. Or
yeah, they're the
There's probably a name for that, but yeah.
Aaron says he needs to add those on his email too. So whenever we get those acronyms.
Okay, if anybody has any suggestions for what that might be, please put them in the chat. Huh.
QM, Quail Master. Let's see. Aaron says, will Quail University show me how to open a feed bag? I usually get frustrated and rip it open. I have a great story. Can I share my very quick story?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first year and a half that we had Quail, Jenna did it all. I was working 70, 80 hours a week outside the house. That was her thing, blah, blah, blah. Well, then I started doing it on my days off to help her out because she wanted help. And then she's like, well, why don't we try to sell some and make some supplemental income? And I said, okay. So then I started getting more involved. So then I was working, my full-time job, coming home, going to the Quail barn, working my days off. It was, 2 full-time jobs. It took me, so I worked a full-time job plus the Quail barn for 3 years before I quit and did this full-time. So I was working the Quail barn 3 full years before I quit my regular job, right? It took me 7 months after I went full-time in the Quail barn to learn how to open a feedback. I could not do it. I don't know.
Okay, I feel like I need to go make a video.
I can't remember why it was so hard for me, but I'm telling you, Jenna would have to pre-open the bags and then go back inside and do homeschool for the kids.
Helpless.
I don't know what it was.
Helpless.
Okay,
You know
true confession. I need that video as well. Jasmine, will you
I will make that video tomorrow and we will add it to Quail University.
There you go.
I've got some feed bags I need to open, y'all.
I do just want to clarify, I am an expert at it now. Like I can do it like that. But it does take some time because during the winter, Jenna wouldn't come outside during the winter. So I was using scissors to cut every stupid stinking bag. And finally, George came up to me one day. He was like, what is your problem? I was like, I don't know, man. I can't do it. And he's like, dude. And I said, yeah, it doesn't work for me. And it did. And ever since then, I've been fine. So I don't know what it was, but hey, you're not alone, Aaron. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm very happy to do a video on it. So I will pull up the feedbacks and we'll do it.
Joy says that our team sponsor, like our sponsored team, could be Quail U Cornhole at QuailCon.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually a really good idea.
Oh my gosh.
I want to do this.
It is going on the list.
Oh my gosh, this is so great.
Yeah,
you guys are the best. You come up
See
with
how much fun you are?
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I kind of like this idea a lot. So we'll have to talk about it again. We're just getting ideas. I'm not saying we can do all of these. I do like all the ideas and we will try to implement as many as we can. I do kind of like this idea. So Quail University is going to be, some of the $49 is going to QuailCon to host it. And we've got some extra expenses this year. I had to get a special insurance because we have too many people on the farm and we destroyed our field. So going up to the field and out the field, I have to dig it out and put gravel down because it's done. So there's going to be some extra expenses and things like that. But Happy Homestead says you should have a Quail U graduation ceremony at QuailCon with quail hats. I think maybe anybody that does finish the Quail U University course by QuailCon, we do a little graduation. I think that'd be really cool.
Oh my gosh, you guys are the best.
I love it.
I'm the least.
I love it.
I'm the least creative person that I've ever met in my life. Like
all these comments are so great.
They are.
All I did was Linda and Jasmine were pretty much just like, I need you to be here at this time and do these videos. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And that's all I did. I'm the least creative person ever. These are great ideas, everybody.
But what he's not telling you is we went to My Shire Farm YouTube to do our research before we put our videos together. And
Pappy's Homestead. I wish I knew what that was called. You know, the MD thing. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know what it is. I just can't think of it. But instead of MD, QQI, Quail Qualified Instructor.
Oh,
that's cute too.
So
something like that.
Keep them coming. I love it.
US Karma says, does this course include the marketing analysis?
Can the marketing analysis of, can you tell us more about that? We don't really go into Quail for profit necessarily, other than that on that spreadsheet I showed you. You know, if you could figure out, you can figure out how many cartons of quail eggs you need to sell to break even on your feed costs. But in terms of like marketing or doing quail for a business, we're reserving that for a really fun course and some Zooms and things like that, because there's a lot to that.
Yeah, and
oh, go ahead, Zach.
No, you go.
I was just saying, like, there's definitely a big need for it. People do need that information, but as you're just getting started, you really have to master just keeping those quail alive so that you can profit from them. So that's where that focus is for 101. But there's so much room to grow, and we will have you covered. I won't have you covered on the profit. They'll have you covered.
Yeah, Quail 101 is kind of like
I have some experience with that. I
Quail
can
101 is
help out a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Jump in there, Linda. Jump in there, Linda.
As I was putting the class together and looking at the videos, and I'm like, another thing that we could call Quail 101 is like how not to kill your quail. You know, like just how to keep them alive. So that's the goal.
Yeah, and just everybody out there, everybody watching right now, Quail has one goal in life. All they want to do is die. That's it. That they hatch and they want to die. They start laying eggs and they want to die. They go through a molt and they want to die. Your goal is not to raise quail. Your goal is just to keep them alive. That's all you got to do. And it is the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life. So this course is to help you do that.
Don't tell them that. Shush, shush.
Trying to make it sound easy.
No, it is. It is easy. It is easy. But just remember, and there is some really good information. I knew a lot of people would want to do quail for profit. I knew a lot of people would want, genetic information, things like that. And we will do those things. And those are very good ideas. But I don't want a lot of new people getting overwhelmed. And there is already 80 plus videos, plus the spreadsheets and this, that, and the other. Like, we go into a little bit of each one, but we don't want to overload people just yet. So just understand that that's why we did that.
Quail University.
Linda, it is called Post-Note. What?
Oh, just to help everybody understand what Quail University is, that's kind of the umbrella. Quail 101 is just our first course. So we'll be building it out.
There'll be lots of classes in that university of ours. Yep.
We're all going to take a small little break before we even start on the next one, though. So
just a little bit.
Linda, it is called post-nominal or credentials.
Oh, okay. Post-nominal or credentials. Okay.
I'm going to use the word credentials because that's an easier word for me to say.
I like it. Take a note. Okay.
Look at all these smart people.
I'm going to have to duck for just a second. Somebody returned a hatching kit and it's sitting out in the rain. So I gotta run and get it. I'll be right
back. Aaron says, Zach, I agree all the way. Why is it so hard to open the bags? Yeah, once you get it, you got it. It takes a little time. For me, it took like 5 years. Hopefully it doesn't take you that long.
We'll make sure it doesn't take them that long. We'll make sure of that.
Right. John F says, I use a razor blade. Is there another way? There is another way. We will show you. Dane says, I can't wait to get my QM degree in quailology.
Yes.
I like that.
Quailology. That's a great one. I love it. I am skipping the non-related Quail University questions tonight since we're all three on here. So if you do have questions that's not pertaining to Quail University tonight, feel free to go into the YouTube search bar and just type in, I can't find a non-Quail University question right now. I saw some, but there's just too many comments for me to do. But you know, if you have questions. I was going to say too, Zach, like we have amazing online communities. If you're a Facebook user, there are so many people that are in this YouTube chat thread that would love to help you even more than, you know, we're so excited, we're getting so distracted, but go to Newbie Quail Lovers, Self-Sufficient Quail, if you're going to be doing all, like if you have butcher questions, things like that. We have Quail for Profit, we've got Quail Lifestyle, even cooking in the kitchen, Quail in the Kitchen. So all of those groups have all of these great community members in them. Some of them are even mods in the chat. They would love to help you where we are missing things because we are so consumed with Quail University.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a great point. So yeah, you know, go to one of the Facebook groups, ask on there. Obviously, if you need the question answered, you can always text me. My phone number's on the website, and I can get that answer for you. Usually this is a live Q&A every Sunday, but because Quail University is going to just flip the Quail world on its axis, we do want to take time to answer these questions. I think it's going to be very helpful. JJ Willow asked, we're going to teach taxidermy in the Quail University. No, is the answer to that.
I want to learn though.
I don't know how to do that.
You're muted, Linda.
I do too. I want to take that class.
All right. So who in the community knows how to do taxidermy? Let's think this up and make this happen.
Right. Happy Homestead says, is there a chapter on how to keep quail from killing themselves? We do go into that. Yes.
Yep. We do our very best to help you prevent that. Now, sometimes they don't listen and they don't read books or watch Quail University very well. So it's still going to be a little bit tricky, but we're going to set you up with the best tips that we've got.
Yep, absolutely. Dear God. Julie recommends for the credentials, QE for Quail Expert.
Writing it down.
Everybody that's telling me what the name is for the, you know, the post-nomials, I thank you very much. I appreciate that. I
love reading all the comments, but I'm reading them way ahead from where we should be reading them, so I'm just going to stop. I just love you guys. You guys are so great.
Stephen Fox says, I'll have to ask, where's everyone finding the time to do additional quail projects? I'm staying slammed.
We don't have
Jasmine?
the time. We don't have the time at all. So here we are anyway.
The middle of the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have snuck this into every little nook and cranny of our lives. At least I know that all of us have. I was sleeping in a barn, working on my phone, waiting for goats to have babies. We've had everything go crazy, like selling birds, you know, fixing up all the problems on homesteads. So we have just fitted into every nook and cranny because we knew that you guys would benefit from it and be worth all of it.
It's definitely a labor of love for all of us. Like it's
Yes.
going to benefit everybody. And that's our vision, that it's going to help bring more people into the community and give everybody just a really strong start.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was, I mean, don't get me wrong. There were times, I'm sure all three of us at some point in time were just overwhelmed and was like, but for the majority of it, it really was a lot of fun to do, you know?
Yeah.
You know, doing the videos with Jasmine and having the conference calls and this, that, and the other. I mean, it really was a lot of fun to plan, put together, do the videos together, and knowing that at the end of the day, this really is going to help a ton of people become more self-sufficient. And you just don't know where we're going as a world. And so, you know, if we can help a few families get more secure in their, you know, in their food and things like that, it's pretty much all worth it. I really do believe.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we don't have a whole lot of time, but we're going to sneak it in there for you guys.
That's right. Now, this did take, I mean, what, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. This did take about 7.5 months overall, because we had started doing videos almost right after QuailCon, I do believe. Aaron says, could you guys do a quick advertisement video to share with people who are, oh dear God, who are considering getting into quail, something that will help them feel comfortable to start their quail journey? Yes, that is going to be done in the next few weeks. We're hoping to have it done late next week, but it could be a little bit later than that. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a video on it this week. Linda's behind the scenes editing is phenomenal. Mine is not. So you're just going to get a generic video from me to start off, just to get the word out. But believe you me, Linda's going to be working on one. Jasmine's going to be working on one. And when they get theirs done, I will gladly delete mine and replace it with theirs. But until then, you're going to get my generic crap. It is what it is.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see. MQK, Master Quail Keeper.
Ooh,
that's fun.
I like that.
So many neat ideas.
Or BM, Beak Master.
Well, you know, it could work or it couldn't, because sometimes people don't know that beak is the B and master is the M.
Could be misinterpreted.
It could.
Right.
Just a little.
Right.
I like the humor behind it, though.
I love
Melody
it.
Clark says, thank you for all of your hard work, everybody.
Well, thank you for being part of the community.
Yeah.
QBA, Quail Breeding Artist.
That'd be fun too.
Pappy's Homestead just pre-ordered. We have not mentioned that in a little bit. I'm almost caught up with all the comments. So yes, Quail University is now available to pre-order. If you go to quailuniversity.com, you can pre-order. The class is going to be over 80 videos to watch. There's going to be downloads. There's going to be spreadsheets. There's going to be Zoom meetings that you can sign up for. We're going to be adding more stuff to it. And all of it is for $49. You get everything. You get it for the rest of your life. And so we would love for you to sign up now. Be one of the first ones to do it. And for everybody that has pre-ordered and signed up already, we really do appreciate all of you for your support. I do love the fact that this community is very, very supportive. So this will not be live until next Sunday at this time. But we have had so many pre-orders already just because you guys are supporting what we're doing. I really do believe that you're going to get your money worth out of it. I think that you're going to get more than that. Like I said, the spreadsheets that Linda did is more than worth the $49. Linda's butcher or Jasmine's butcher video is worth the $49. And hopefully all the videos I did combined together is worth the $49. So I think you'll get plenty out of it. Let's see. Rochelle Sanborn says the students should be referred to as Quail cadets.
Cadet, we got you.
I really do like the graduation thing at QuailCon. I think that's an awesome idea.
Yes, I do too.
I mean, there's been a lot of great ideas tonight, and Linda's taken notes. I've written some things down, but I really like that graduation thing
Yeah.
a lot. Bags of Love just pre-ordered, so thank you very much for your support, and I do think you're going to get plenty out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are just blowing us up with all this love. It's amazing. Sorry, I'm getting really excited.
Aaron Goutro says, Zach, now that Quail University is about to start, I'll give you 2 weeks before I bug you about QuailCon. I am hoping I will be done in 2 weeks. So I've got 3 conference calls this week, 1 conference call next week, and we should go live. So hopefully it'll be done.
It's coming. It's coming. All the things, you guys.
Anime Gamer, there will be the diploma at the end will be printable. I do think that there's a lot of new people. So quickly, Linda, can you just explain how they get the diploma real quick at the end?
Okay, and on the left side of your screen, when you're able to get into the class next week, we're going to go live, and you'll be able to get in. There's a progress bar up at the top, so it'll kind of show you a green progress bar. But also, there each chapter will say it'll say like 0 of 11. Like say for the feed chapter has 11 lessons in it. When you're going through each lesson, you mark it complete and then continue to the next one. And then that will update it. So you could have like, it'll say 3 of 11 if you finished 3 lessons out of that 11 lessons. So you can easily look on the left side of the page to see where you are. If you missed any lessons, you can go back and view those. And then once you get to 100%, you will be taken to a page where you get your certificate that you can print out.
That's going to be awesome.
Okay. All right. So just real quick, I got another QuailCon question. Tickets for QuailCon go on sale in 2 weeks. Is that what I heard? So I need to do 3 things before I advertise for QuailCon. 1, I need to confirm all the speakers, which I'm planning on doing this week. 2, I need to get the dates locked in, which that's already done. I think it's like September 2nd and 3rd. And 3, I don't necessarily have to, but it stresses me out. So I need to order the tents and the tables and the chairs and all of that now, because I can't. Last year I waited until like, I don't remember, like May, and I couldn't breathe. Like I was having panic attacks. I just can't do it. So all 3 of those things need to be done. I do guarantee you that I'll have 2 done this week. And the goal is by April 1st, they're on sale. So that is my goal. Katrina says it's an excellent course. Go sign up. Thank you very much. Vase Place says the downloads alone are worth the $49. I agree. Here's a good question. JJ Willow says, how long is the course? It does say on the website, I think it's not quite 8 hours. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. I think it's at 7.5 hours right now, and I'm not sure like where it rounds. But yeah, and we will be adding more videos as we go. So I imagine that will be up closer to 8 when all is said and done.
Yep. And it is self-paced,
right.
So there's no need to rush through those 8 hours. You can take them little bites at a time, rest on it, get excited about that part before you move on to the next one. So even though you've got those 8 hours of learning, you also can, you know, pace it out to as long as it takes you to do it.
Yeah. And you can skip around too. So you can do the chapter on feed, and then you can skip to incubation and skip to butchering.
Or if you already have them in the incubator, you're like, oh no, what else do I need to do? And then you go, oh no, what feed do I need? Go back over to the feed section.
Right. Yeah. And everybody that's going to be taking this course that's been raising them for a while, Quail 101 is like 80 videos, right? It is, I cannot express to you enough. Everyone that I see that gets into Quail and then gets out of Quail is because they do not have a strong foundation of understanding the process and what they're doing. They get into it, they go big, and then they get out because it's too overwhelming, and they didn't learn the fundamentals. So 80 videos of just the fundamentals, the pretty much the backbone of just how to raise your quail. It's very, very important. So I really do believe that this is for literally everybody out there. I mean, there's things that Linda put together that I didn't know. And I raise over 50, 60,000 quail a year. And I went, huh. And I asked George, and he was like, huh. And then we looked it up, and we were like, huh, didn't know. I didn't know that. So, I mean, there's going to be something out of everything that we went, huh, that's actually helpful. So I really do think it's going to be for everybody.
I have to agree. I have to agree.
Yep. S.O. Swanson says if you take the course nonstop, it would be about 8 to 10 hours. And yeah, there's certain people there's people like me that sit down and I'm doing all of it one day. Like I don't know. That's how my brain works. It's on my to-do list. I'm getting it done. Like when I start it, I'm not stopping until I finish it. And then there's people like my wife, which doesn't have the same mindset. So she'll watch, a chapter here and a chapter here, and she'll skip around. I'm going to go from start to finish. I'm not skipping. I'm not doing anything different. I can't handle that. It overwhelms me. And
I learned more like
my wife
Jenna.
3 months to finish the course. Do I?
Yeah, I said I'm much more like Jenna, like your wife, because I like to go, this is what I want to learn about today. This is what I want to learn about today.
Right. And that's okay.
Like, for me, I like little bite-sized pieces. So bite-sized pieces, I can let it absorb and I can come back to it. But I also like using things like this as a reference. So once I have learned it all, I can go back and go, what was that one thing that they said on that one video in that one chapter? And I can go to that video, get my answer, and then go on my merry way.
Right. Absolutely. Now we did, and I didn't bring this up before, Stephen Fox is Zach, so are your videos going to only be accessible through the Quail University from now on? No. So this course is dedicated for everybody that really wants to understand and be successful about quail. I do recommend everybody taking it. I really do. But with that being said, I'm still going to be doing quail videos on YouTube. Probably not for the next month and a half. January, February, March is just, I don't have time to breathe. Going from Sunday to Sunday, I put in 89 hours this week in the barn alone. Like I don't have the time. So I will be doing the YouTube videos going forward once my busy season's over. And then obviously I'm still going to be doing the lives on Sundays at 7 p.m. going forward. That's not changing. So if you still want questions and you don't want to sign up for the course or whatever, we're still available here for you. We're still, admins on the Facebook groups and moderators on the Facebook groups to help you on your adventure with Coturnix quail. But we really do think that if you give this course a shot, it's just going to propel you in a different understanding of how to raise quail in a better way and be more successful with that. But nothing else is changing. So we're still going to offer the free sources. We're still going to be doing the videos and all that jazz.
And Zach, one of the things that I'd like to do with this course, once it's out there and we're getting feedback from everybody, is go back and look at all the great videos in your YouTube channel. And then at the end of every lesson, link all of the relevant YouTube channels or YouTube videos that you've done to the end of that lesson, so that you can dive down the rabbit hole. If you want to go further into that particular topic, you'll have all the links that you need to go and do that.
That sounds like right up my alley, rabbit holes.
Right.
This is a pretty good question as well. I'll say, I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I'll say what I think, and Linda and Jasmine hopefully will either correct me or tell them a different way. But Anime says, is there a coupon code I missed? So the course, Quail University, is going to be $49. That's not going to change. So it's not going to go up in price if we add stuff. If you buy it now and we add something 2 months from now, then you're going to get a notification and be able to see that. It's not going to be unnoticed. And we're not going to change the price. On the same token, we went as low as we possibly could so that it can be affordable to everybody out there. So there's not going to be a, 20% off, or you get this, or you get, like, it is, this is the best that we can do for everybody. You know what I mean? So, back in my previous life, when I was working away from the farm, I worked for this company that would have 60 to 75% off sales once every month because their markup was so high. That's not how I run my Shire Farm. Linda and Jasmine, that's not how we run Quail University. We want to make it as affordable and accessible to everybody that can have it. But Linda, I'd love for you to
Yeah, definitely. So part of the reason why we're just going to leave the course price as is and not make it go up or down is that we built in all of the giving. We built in the donations to QuailCon. We built in the donations to the 18 and under contest. And we also, the affiliate program, that was really important to me. I've been involved in affiliate programs. As you know, you can do affiliate programs through Amazon and you get maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2%. Little.
Hey, I'm up to 2.1% on Amazon.
Oh, you go, Zach.
I know.
So, and in typically in affiliate programs, 5% is considered really generous. We didn't do double that. We did 4 times that. We're at 20% plus a little bit. So it's $10. That is built in because we wanted a course that would benefit you as anybody if you apply to become an affiliate, and any of your customers, your family, friends, anybody who asks you about Quail and you share your link with them, then you're going to be able to earn money with that. And who doesn't need an extra $50 a month or $100 a month? If you're at a farmer's market and you have lots of customers you're talking to, you can hand out your card. You can put your link on your card so that people can go and take Quail 101 and you benefit from that. So because of all those things, we wanted to have a very, very generous commission and donations, and we need to pay for the platform. Zach and Jasmine and I have put in thousands of dollars to create this and to get it to happen. So we want to make sure that we're covering our expenses, helping you as affiliates, and helping everybody, helping the QuailCon and project and 18 and under, helping the next generation of quail keepers get started. And so I hope that explains why we're just leaving the price as is. No sales, no coupons, no discounts.
Right. Jasmine, did you have anything else to add?
You already know I really don't, except for the fact that that was the one thing as we were kind of getting this started that made my heart explode, is that we all had the same heart to make sure that we were able to give back to the community and that we could be generous. And like Zach always says, profit's not a crime, but if we can share that wealth with everybody else, then that makes our community that much stronger and able to continue to help bring more courses out here, bring more people into the community, and see you guys succeed and feel really proud about where you guys are going and being part of. Like, it's not just our course, it's our course. And so yeah, that was one big thing that I just like, it's like, I love this because we get to be part of a community and really actually make a difference. So that's all.
And it really does it really does come down to the more successful you are at raising your quail and getting the word out about other people raising quail and getting them more self-sufficient, the more successful we are. You know what I mean? So it really is a community where we just have to support each other. And I really don't, I mean, it's a win-win, you know, if you can get 5 people interested in quail and take this course and you're an affiliate, not only did you take this course and learn so much, but now you just paid for it just by sharing it. You know what I mean? So I really do think that you can't lose. Like you can't lose on this.
Yeah. And that's the part I'm really excited about is launching the affiliate program and getting you guys all set up with your links.
Yeah. Ashley says, will making your own feed be covered? We will be talking about feed supplements.
Yes. We debated about this and a lot. And in the end, we'll go back to this again, because it's a beginner course. We decided to save that out for a later, more advanced course, because most beginning quail keepers it's a lot to take on to formulate your own feed and to get it right. So we saved that out.
Sustain it. That's the other thing. It's sustaining, creating your own without lots of different equipment and knowledge and nutrition understanding. It's just a lot. Yeah.
We didn't want people to feel overwhelmed.
Right. But again, everything that everybody's asked as far as, you know, quail for profit or marketing or MPIP or the feed question, we do touch on all of that stuff some point throughout the class. We're just not diving into it yet, as that will be more of a advanced class down the road. But we do touch on all of it just a little. S.O. Swanson says, well, his earlier comment said that if you go through the whole thing, it's 8 to 10 hours, but that was allowing time for the tests and breaks and things like that.
Yeah.
Gift certificates.
That is on my list. I'm new to the platform, and so I need to figure out how to make that magic work.
You've made so much magic work, though. I don't know how you have retained all of this new learning. Sorry, I cut you off, but
that's okay. Yeah,
things that you have already done.
Yeah, it is on the top of my roadmap list. So yeah, we will get that to you as soon as we can.
Somebody asked what an affiliate is. I would explain it really poorly. So Linda.
Okay. When you apply to become an affiliate, you register with us and get a special link. And on the end of the link, there's a code. And when you share that link with somebody, and they come to Quail 101 and purchase it, the system knows that it's you. And so you'll have a dashboard where you can see I don't know if you can see the names of the people who purchased, but you can see when people have purchased. And then at the end of the month, so you get $10 for every time somebody purchases Quail 101. So at the end of the month, if you have 5 people who purchased or 10 people or who purchased, we will pay you that money, and then you can do what you want with it. So it's a way, you're basically our marketing team. So we're paying you to take this out to your customers, and that's how that works.
Right.
She's so eloquent.
What?
I said, you're so eloquent in explaining things.
Yeah, you would not want me to answer that question. I would have went this way and then turned and then somehow came back and then backtracked somehow. Like I don't even.
And then forgot the question.
And then I'd be like, I'm sorry, what'd you ask? Yeah, you don't want me answering that. Foster Farm says, I'm so glad this is here now. I always send folks to MyShire's YouTube channel. Yeah, and this is also, again, a really big thing because I do know a lot of people that are starting to sell or selling what they can or whatever. They don't have a YouTube channel, but they did get a lot of information from my videos or whatever, and they're sending them to the YouTube, and then it can be difficult to follow, and it can be difficult to find specific videos. And it's amazing how when you get something stuck in your head, let's say you're talking a feed, right? So you're just starting with quail, you haven't even hatched them out yet, but in your mind, your question is, what do I feed my quail? And so with that, you're skipping the incubation process, you're skipping this, you're skipping that, you just need to know the feed. And so it's kind of hard to find that video when you're not there yet. So the Quail University, again, is just, it's right there. You have it all at your fingertips. So and you're getting paid back for just sharing the link. So again, I think it's going to be awesome. It's an ad to your current customers and the service you already provide. That was affiliate. Dwayne Hansford says, thanks so much for what you do for all of us in the business. Thank you all. When will the medium advanced courses be available? I'm not ready. Yeah, we're not ready to give any dates at all. So we're going to go live this. We're going to perfect it. We're going to do the Zooms. We're going to do the affiliate. We're going to do QuailCon. And then we're all going to take a 3-month nap, get back together, and start planning the next one. So that's how that's going to go. Aaron says, I agree. This will be so helpful for all my customers. Okay. Foster Farm is in the beginning stages of getting NPIP. Congratulations on that.
That's awesome, Andy.
Nana's a nerd just pre-ordered. I'm so excited to get started. Thank you very much.
I love your username.
I think you're going to love it.
That's great.
Yes, the username is fantastic.
Ashley E said, thank you for answering. I do believe that was a question for Linda. That Linda answered. Foster Farm says, Linda, there is, oh, I skipped one. I'm so sorry. We're almost done. S.O. Swanson says, Time and Timber Homestead. Good thing that was her name. I was against it, calling them a nerd. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Forget it. Don't read that.
He was making fun of me because I called Nana a nerd.
Right. Foster Farm said, Linda, there is a great WordPress plugin called Booknetic that makes generating gift cards really easy. So I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't, and I'm familiar with WordPress, and we're working through Thinkific, which is the platform that hosts the class. So I have to figure out on that platform if it works. But thanks for the tip about WordPress. I'll look into that.
Good old WordPress. I need to get back on that.
Nana's a nerd says, I'm a retired scientist, proud of my nerdhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Love it.
You're our people.
Yes.
Anime says, do you guys have a mascot yet for Quail University?
Oh, a what?
A mascot.
Oh,
a mascot.
That's coming.
Yeah.
I can't say anything more about that. That's coming.
Looks like just 2 more. John says, so the affiliate. John F says, so the affiliates get Zach dollars. They can go and spend it on MyShire eggs. That would be fine with me as well. I'm happy to help. I think that's a great idea. I think that maybe we just call it MyShire dollars, and that would help me. So I'm good with that too. Whatever you want to do.
This is a perfect way to support your quail habits. Get people, other people into it, and get money to spend at MyShire.
That's right. Learn how to be successful, do it well, and then just keep buying more. It's addictive. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Don't think about it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Vay's place. Oh, no, not talking to me. S.O. Swanson says, no. 3-month nap will be at QuailCon time. All right. After QuailCon, I'll take a 3-month nap. At some point in time, I would like to take a nap.
No naps. There's no west for the wee wee.
Aaron said, Linda and Jasmine can get a prize for keeping Zach quiet for so long. I don't know
easy.
how to respond to that.
It was not easy. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. But, there are a couple of times I was like, oh, you almost said it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we're proud of you, Zach.
I thought I did great.
I said you did good. Look at
That's right. Loretta Tuitt says, it's my first time on this live chat. I have my eggs on order and my incubator ready to go. So excited. Well, it sounds like you also might need Quail University. So you definitely want to check that out. It does look like you just started, but long story short, Quail University, it's a website, quailuniversity.com. We're taking pre-orders, and it is a class to make you as successful as possible in giving every best practice that we all three know about how to raise quail the most successful way. Wynola, I skipped one. I'm so sorry. Steven says, is there going to be a limited number of people who can join? No. That's a no, right?
The only time that we would limit people is when we have the interactive classes that we want them to be more intimate, then that's going to be less than 15 people per session. So you always have an opportunity to sign up, but once those are filled, that would be the only limitation. But the actual university course, they are for everyone, all the millions and millions of quailers in the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
And all over the world. So yeah, so this is available everywhere. This is going to help everybody all over the world, just not here.
Mm-hmm.
Wynola Ranch.
Wynola Ranch is in the house.
Hey.
Yeah, Wynola Ranch is in the house. Says congratulations from Wynola Ranch. Thank you very much. Foster Farm says you can sleep when you're dead. That's true. I guess I'll just wait.
How do you
Ed Bates says, too bad Zach doesn't sell. What is it?
Oh, I was laughing at how do I get my boyfriend, best friend, I don't know, addicted to quail, introduce them to other quail addicts and have them join Quail University. We got you covered.
The slippery slope.
Yes.
Or you can do what my wife does and just ask for forgiveness later and just do it. So just buy the quail and the cages and everything and just go, oh, I'm sorry. And then just walk away. Ed Bates says, too bad Zach didn't sell duck eggs. We could call him the local quack dealer. Okay. Steven says, addicted. I'm not addicted. Just have 1,000 quail in the shop and lost count of the eggs from the incubator. I don't have a problem. That's all right. We don't judge. No one's got a problem.
This is a judge-free quail addict zone. Bring it. I mean, we won't even use that word. We just love all the quail.
That's right. Steven says, will registration be open for a few weeks? Yeah, Quail University from now until forever, you can sign up for at any point in time. I think it is kind of cool to be one of the first ones to have it and be available for it and get started. But yeah, I mean, if you need to wait a month or if you want to wait until summer, or if you 2 years from now, you can sign up for it. It's whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
And if you're jumping on late, it is available for pre-sale, but next Sunday during this live, we'll be we'll be pushing the go button so that you can get into the course.
Yep. It's kind of like a Black Friday deal where you're like, well, what Black Friday used to be, where you sat out there, you camped out for the whole week, and then you're like, the doors are open, I'm in.
Like Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Old school.
Old school.
That's right. That's all the comments, everybody.
Okay.
I know that Linda and Jasmine have a ton of stuff going on tonight. So thank you very much for staying this long. I really appreciate it. If anybody's joining, we keep adding, like, we're losing some people and then adding more. And so for anybody that did not see the very beginning, we were on here for quite some time. Make sure you check out the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes of this live. You do not want to miss it. Linda went in depth about Quail University, what it's about, a tour of the site. Jasmine talked about it and why we're doing it and why it's so important to be involved with it. And so I hope that you all can watch that. We won't bore the ones that have been here for a while going into that again, but make sure you check out quailuniversity.com. We will be doing a promotional video about it in the next few weeks. I will do a generic video that Linda and Jasmine will probably scuff at this week, just so people know about it. I think they're a little bit more high tech than I am, and their videos are cuter, and I am more in the China shop, and I just, here's the information. And they're all like, let's make it a little bit better. And I go, okay, here's the information. They're like, you know what? I'll do it myself. Okay. So, so there's going to be multiple videos coming your way on that. Linda and Jasmine did a fantastic job with this. They really did the majority of this. So I really do appreciate, I really do think that this is a phenomenal idea. Linda brought this to my attention, me and Jenna's attention at QuailCon, and it was Friday night of QuailCon when she talked about it, and I could not sleep Friday night going into QuailCon because my brain was just going a mile a minute. So I thought it was phenomenal. So we convinced Linda to reschedule her plane flight back home to stay a little bit later. We hashed out some deals or some details and some ideas, and brought Jasmine, and we were like, we both just looked at each other. All three of us were just like, Jasmine's got to do this. Like she's got to be a part of it. Yep. And I can't be happier. I really do think that I am the weak link of this whole process, and I'm proud of that. I can bring some education, I can help out, but I'm telling you, these ladies, they got it going on. I'm really proud to just be asked to be a part of it, and I can't wait till we see the benefits of all this and everybody doing much better. So thank you very much, both of you. And I think that's all we've got. So Jasmine, you got anything left?
Y'all, I'm just going to say that the quail are so much easier than the goat babies I have to go take care of. So if you just need to get your toes dipped into the homestead stuff, quail is where it's at.
Go.
No, I really appreciate the opportunity to get to share my heart tonight and see all the excitement. You guys made this so fun.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah, I just am blown away. You guys are awesome. This team is awesome. I can't wait to see where things go. But I got some animals that are going, lady, if you talk to one more YouTube person for one more second, we're just gonna burn the homestead down.
Yep, I got to go take care of animals too. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for your wonderful ideas. Thank you for pre-ordering, and we'll see you for the launch.
Yay!
Absolutely. Everybody have a great night. Stay safe. And I'll be doing a separate video about it this